Mr. Bradshaw at AddSomeToYourIncome.com here to share with you some of my favorite quotes and thoughts about being creative so that you will see an increase to your income and by bringing value to the world. Let's dive in. So, create like crazy quotes. Create like crazy is something I came up with on my own. I just was trying to get to that idea of you bring to the world something new, something different, some composition. You bring this to the world, and most of the time the world doesn't value it. In fact, they might even look at you as though you're crazy. It's tough to not accept a label like that and to just stop wanting to be yourself and create and give. It'd be so easy to just give up and be done. Instead, I say keep creating. I love the George Bernard Shaw quote where he says he found that 9 out of 10 things didn't work. And so he realized he had to work 10 times as hard and create 10 times as many things to find the ones that work. That quote is where I really came up with this phrase, create like crazy. It's not just create something and then it flops and it's a failure and you just give up and you're no longer going to be a creator. We can always create, we can always reinvent, be innovative, and find ways to make things happen, whatever it is in your world. And so, to help motivate myself as well, I have collected together these quotes, which I hope can inspire you. I went to all the big names, all of the ones you can think of, and they replied, "Oh, we don't need it. No woman has ever asked us for that." So I went into manufacturing myself. Said Marion Donovan. Of course, then I get really curious because I have no idea who Marion Donovan is, what she's talking about, something women should be asking for and they're not asking for it. She is a woman. She goes to all these major big names. She's going to manufacture something by herself, right? So I get curious. Well, quick online search. It's beautiful, the world we live in. I am so rich. I can just connect with Marion Donovan, finding out what her story is, to find that she is an inventor. She created something that most women really are glad she did and use often. You see, because Marion Donovan is the inventor of disposable diapers. That's who she is. That is her main creation, right? How to get something that's waterproof on the outside and absorbent on the inside. She invented that. And she's in the National Inventors Hall of Fame. So she was an entrepreneur and an inventor, which is just great when those two things. And it was because when she created something, she knew it was valuable. She went to all these big name companies, and they were like, "Why? We don't need it." And so she, as she said, just took it on herself and knew she had a great idea that she was able to move forward with. And we're all grateful she did, for those who have used disposable diapers. Every once in a while, a new technology, an old problem, and a big idea turn into an innovation. Now, this Dean Kamen holds over 1,000 patents, right? So not only is he getting that idea, that big idea, is turned into what's going to solve people's problems with using new technology. He's also gotten himself patented so that he owns the idea. He has created 1,000 things that he went to the US Patent Office to get protection for his ideas so that he can then go to the market, prove I own these ideas and creations, and see out of those 1,000, maybe 100 sell, maybe 10 of them sell really well. And that means that 990 things that he has patents for will probably just be humdrum I'm just making a guess. I haven't done the research, but this is what I see in life. And back to the like 1 out of 10 rule, or 1 out of 1,000 as it may feel at times. And so what do? You keep creating. It's a new, whatever new thing comes to you with an old problem, which is an idea generator. Moving on. You can get everything in life you want if you help enough people get what they want. I love this quote. It helps me to want to help others. It almost sounds like I'm selfish, and yet it really, I just, when Zig Ziglar said this and when this came to me, I just realized, oh my goodness, it's not about getting what I want. It's that I have wants, other people have wants. Other people want to know things, other people want to have things, and they want an experience, they want service. And if I can help enough people, how can I help more people get what they want? This is why I think Zig Ziglar was such a winner, and here's a winning quote from him. You were born to win, but to be a winner, you must play to win, prepare to win, and expect to win. What an amazing fellow Zig Ziglar was. One of my heroes, I think. Yeah, one of my heroes. Along with my grandpa. All right, moving on. Certainty is a closing of the mind. To create something new, you must have doubt. Oh, wow. I love that with the creation process. And when you go to create like crazy and you're creating and you're, to be creative means that you doubt what's there. Opening up the mind requires you to be just a smidge skeptical. Not cynical, not like I'm down on you, you're not perfect, but to be like, that looks perfect. However, is it perfect? Is there a way it could be changed? And of course, who's this Milton Glaser? He's a graphic designer. If you recognize this Bob Dylan poster, it was done by him. We don't stop playing because we grow old. We grow old because we stop playing. Now, George Bernard Shaw is known for writing over 60 plays. He was a writer. He wrote over 60 plays. That's creating like crazy. Writing, putting it down, creating and creating and creating, thing after thing after thing. Still playing. When you're able to play and create new, you're in that place that I'm talking about. Let's get to the next quote and maybe it'll help me here. But out of limitations comes creativity. So while you have this thing where you're questioning, you're looking at how to make something new, you're playing, you also have the limitations. Let's say we go back to that, take a new technology and an old problem and push it together. Take this thing, and so you've limited yourself not to everything in the world, but okay, how do I create another video about ways to add to your income? I start saying, well, how do you really add to your income? Well, you do things that are valuable. Well, how do you do things that are valuable? You do things that are valuable by creating new things. So my limitation is adding to income is your end result of what you're going to do and what I'm doing. Then I get creative. Like if I go to the beach and I try to scoop up every piece of sand, it's too much. But if I decide I'm going to make a sandcastle right here, I can do it. Let's move forward. A successful man is one who can lay a firm foundation with the bricks others have thrown at him. I love the little Legos here. Now, David Brinkley, he was a newscaster, reporter. He also wrote 3 books, one of which was a bestseller, about the World War II, and how that just really transformed our nation's capital, which he was involved in all that reporting process. It was called Washington Goes to War. Again, bricks are thrown at you. You take those and you build with them. I think inspiration is always around. It's just a question of whether or not you're noticing it. Thank you, John Green, who is a still live and going person. It was from him that I learned the new term vlog. To vlog is to have a blog of videos, so video blog, but sometimes just shortened to vlog. So he is a vlogger, he's an author and a vlogger. It's pretty awesome. Are you noticing things? And then you use it to create, use it as inspiration. You only have 12 notes, but do what you want with them. Thank you, Van Halen. The fact that you can only do a little is no excuse to stay in bed on a cold wintry day and do nothing. I hope you get up, get going, and do something with your day, with your week, your month, with your year. And I look forward to seeing you on the other side.